EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Prescott looks to throw right away. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, it's Prescott. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Blake Grupe now for the extra point. Good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
To throw is Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
throwing. Prescott will dump this off to Akers. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Fourth down, Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Haener looking to throw it. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
We got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Miller. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Haener. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And his kick is gone. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Going right back to Akers.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
Going to throw right side here, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
2nd down and 3. They'll swing this out to Tony.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for a field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. To throw is Haener. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. Kendre Miller, 27 yards. And
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They try and run on 1st down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the 1st as well. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd down and 8.
Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach. I'm guaranteed he's been selling this one. We can get
touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 47 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Grupe for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Off the option, here's Akers. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Prescott now on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up second down. Now Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, I think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field. Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth, and the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
first down. Haener. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They'll throw over the middle, taken in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That is caught, and he is going to have the Saints first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Haener. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! A great play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Grupe for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott now. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Throwing. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Rolling to his left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 10. Painter here to throw it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Painter.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Out of his end zone, Prescott.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 1st and 10. Prescott.
That's going to be caught by Tony. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here's 1st down. Here's Dak.
And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Now Dak.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Completes this to Addison out left. Now 2nd and 4. And now an audible here into something else. Now Prescott.
Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. To throw, Prescott.
Flushed out right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll try to run for it with Miller.
And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for them.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles